The Imperial Magistrate reached a verdict. I have guilty or innocent. Spare me this mockery of justice.
Rogan. Just opens up in a full banner kind of way, you know?
Yeah. So, hi everybody. Extinction Agenda. Doing a little bit more Larry Hama. This time with a little character you might not have heard of named Wolverine. He started taking over. This is Hama's introduction to the Wolverine. He's going to write Wolverine from 1990 to 1997. So he likes big projects. He's like a Peter David motherfucker. And these are September to December 1991, issues 31 to 34. And he's with Marc Silvestri.
Marc Silvestri is a G.
Oh yeah, man. And so this is Silvestri fresh off Uncanny X-Men. So he did Uncanny X-Men for a long time with Claremont. And then they kicked him over here until issue 57. And then Silvestri went off to do Image Comics and shit like that.
I think Silvestri is the Wolverine aesthetic here. This is the original premier Wolverine aesthetic, I think.
Yeah. No, I agree. Because I don't even remember who was doing this before. Like, this is even better.
No need to talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. Oh well, it's like a Sal Buscema or a John Buscema. I think it's John Buscema. Buscema, I don't know, whatever the fuck how you pronounce their names. The guy who he used to do Conan. Like, the guy's good. Actually, some of the Wolverine stuff he did very good. And Marc Silvestri is like a looser version of them. He's definitely like a Buscema fucking product. But yeah, I like the looseness of it, and kind of the maybe it's the inker too. Dan
it could
Green.
be this. It's the Berserker Rage is what it is, man.
Yeah. I'm looking at him smirk. Rogan, huh? That's rich. He's wearing his suit.
You have to read it in the accent. You at the bar. You the hairy barbarian. Yeah. Get it going.
Yeah. 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 This is an interesting sort of thing. This is another thing that makes me think, like, yeah, Larry Hama's like, he's a hack, right? But he's like, I don't know, this is legit hackery. Like, this is weird. This is really weird. I remember reading this comic when I was a kid. Like, I do have memories of reading these issues. I didn't really like it later until there was like cyborgs involved, like Lady Deathstrike. That's when I kind of got into it. But I remember finding these comics incomprehensible as a child. Like,
well, yeah, and that makes perfect sense. And the best part too is, like, I think at the time, like, TV was hot, renting VHS movies. I'm fucking dating us here a little bit, but like, fuck, man, comic books were for kids. That's it. Mm-hmm. So like, your parents just bought this shit off the newsstand, and they did not want to preview it. They did not give a fuck what was in it. It was a children's book with pictures. It was a funny book. It's a stupid fucking comic. You go ahead and you read it. But these are over the top adult content. Full on fucking suicide, drug use, brutal murders, heavy gun use. Claws through the bar was so dope.
Yeah, and like, this Wolverine's fucking sucks. Like he looks awesome. These comics are great, but like, the Wolverine of the present day is not here. Like, this is more in line with like what Chris Claremont was trying to accomplish with Wolverine at the time, which is just like, we talked about this before. He was working towards like killing Logan in like Uncanny X-Men 300 or something like that, and never got to do that, and his Wolverine at this time was very weakened, and had basically learned his moral lesson, and now his body was failing him. and essentially was going to die like massive sacrifice or something like that. And this yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, I don't know. This guy butchers drugged out mobsters fully armed with submachine guns like by the dozens.
Yeah, but they almost kill him though. You like he.
I mean, they don't.
Yeah, no, you're right. They don't. But I just don't see this happening nowadays. Like this level of vulnerability, and based on like.
Yeah.
It's all relative, right? Like he's not exactly vulnerable here, but like he's stabbed through with the sword and stuff like that, and like his healing factor can't really. I could feel the bullets scraping my adamantium laced bones as my body tries to expel them. I should run and hide, give the old body time to renew itself, but that ain't my style. Like he's.
Well, yeah, that's true. It seems like there's more of a risk here. Like there's healing factor. There's a level of damage like 75. Fucking katana wielding, Uzi wielding mobsters that his body just can't handle.
Yeah.
And that there's a risk of death, which I find makes it more exciting. But
I think he went to the well. Like I agree, but he went to the well with death really early. Like issue 32, Wolverine dies essentially. I think that's what made this really incomprehensible to me when I was a kid. Is just like it was just. Wolverine just kept dying and coming back to life, and I couldn't understand. Like I was like, I don't under like Jean Grey came back. Okay, I recognize what that is, and then how come he's dead again in the next issue? Has to dig himself out of a fucking grave. It's just like Wolverine dying over and over again, and it's just it's kind of a weird choice. I don't think it's the most successful choice.
Oh, I think I like it.
Oh well, yeah.
Just kill him over and over again, and I feel like it adds the mystique, right? That's Patch, man. That's the monster. That's the legend.
Mm.
He's fucking dead. No, he's not dead. I saw him dead, and then he's back, and then he killed a bunch more people. Everybody that saw him die, he saw him come back to life, and then he killed them from the grave, man. It's fucking awesome.
That would be a really interesting. Honestly, man, what you just described is a lot cooler than I think this book is. Like that's, but like I think you're right though. Like I think that's a really cool way to use Wolverine and the Patch character and him in Madripoor. Like imagine a Wolverine series where like he was constantly dying and they like buried him and he operated like a spooky ghost.
I was gonna say like if anybody suggested any kind of a follow up to a book like this, I would say, well, like send him back to fucking Madripoor or whatever and have everybody be terrified. No, I saw him at the bar. No, it can't be. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, everyone should be fucking terrified.
They should be. They really should be.
Yeah.
Except the fucking Dragon Ryu. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Gaze.
I love this. Who's this fucking guy? Is this like the General fucking? Oh fuck, Koi. General Koi, is that his name? The guy with the fucking tarantula on his face. Like.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like, okay, so it's a cool Wolverine story. There's all this death and rebirth shit. At the same time, there's also kind of there's a nod to continuity with Tiger and I don't know, some Archie guy. And then there's also like a crack cocaine an analog thing going on here.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
And but also like cures for cancer and like rich versus poor and ecological devastation and the use of aboriginals in these processes and stuff like that. Like I think one of the things I like about Larry is that even though this is a fucking mess.
This is a mad like, shit show. Yeah.
Yeah. It has heart, like he has a conscience and his conscience, whatever it is, if it goes to the Second Amendment or whatever, he's going to have like a moment where there's going to be some social commentary. And even in a story like this, like he makes some room for something resembling social commentary. It's sort of an intelligent, whatever you think of the commentary, it's there. And I mean, I don't think he's off base a lot in this one. Although some of his analogies are really dumb. Again, like, like people are not really going to like that cocaine. People don't really like that, crack is going to be in their neighborhoods. Yes, but what about granulated sugar, or something like that? Like, people eat cholesterol, don't they? Yeah, and I was like, I don't know. Larry, I don't think that's a good argument. Like, you must know.
No, Larry's arguments aren't good.
Yeah, no, they really aren't.
He's out there arguing, though.
Yeah. Where is it? Okay, I found it here. Yeah. So do people think that? Do you really think that? So, like, if one of his lackeys is asking this question, like, I guess the lawyer, but do you really think that people will pay $10,000 for a drug that will kill them? And then this guy fucking bursts out laughing. The hilarity of it. Don't you think that people know that alcohol and tobacco and saturated fats will kill them? In fact, and then, like, that's what this guy bases his whole fucking moral code on.
I don't know, maybe he's onto something.
Yeah, I think there's a difference in kind between those two things. Like, fine.
It's fucking suicide drugs.
Yeah.
From monkey brains. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know what Larry was getting after. And then, like, the best part for me is the scenescape changes. Like we're in the fucking jungle, we're fighting in the back alleys, we're fighting in the bars, and then we go from that to transitioning into, like, I'm gonna say it's like the fucking shadow realm, the psychic realm.
Oh,
where he fucking speaks to Jean and shit. Yeah. And then he finally pulls a sword out of his heart and comes back from the shadow realm. He has a sword in his heart, by the way.
Yeah, that is, yeah. Wolverine nowadays, that wouldn't slow him down at all. But yeah, he does have a sword in his heart. It's weird. What a weird use of Jean, like, because she'd been dead for a long time in the comics, and she had already come back to life, I think, and so, like, yeah. She was gonna be she's back to life. Yeah, so she's not even a ghost at this time. Like, she's not even.
Maybe she was there, man.
Yeah, man, healing him. I get it though. Like Larry's smart. Like, I love that relationship between those two characters. Jean as Angel is very easy to sell to me. Green-eyed, red-haired, luscious lips, beautiful angel.
Yep, coming to you when your sword stuck in your heart. Mm-hmm. Comes to you in the shadow realm.
Yeah. That's what keeps him going.
Inspires you to go out to the dead monkey factory.
Fucking kill people.
Speak to the medicine mans out there.
Oh, yeah.
The monkey factory. I don't know what the fuck. I like how he smells Wolverine. You are a forest creature, a wild thing. Fucking awesome. Come on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's and I don't know where they are exactly. Like, I never really understood where Madripoor is, other than, like, it's kind of like a Thailand, I guess.
It's a bad place, man. I know that.
Yeah. It is. It's meant to be, like, the worst place.
It's rough as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a film noir Orientalist on, fantasy world. Like you would find Fu Manchu in this. Yeah, like, I would not be surprised if you just went around the corner and that happened.
And the spider-faced hat guy was there.
Yeah. Saturated fats.
And he's like, you fucking have a snort of this good shit, guys.
Yep.
I like his personal graveyard too. A nice touch. Where he buries his favorites. That's fucked. It's fucked up.
Oh, shit, I didn't remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
That's where he had the boys go try and bury Rogan. And no such luck, because he fucking digs claws his way out of the caves while he has fever dreams about fucking demon Yakuza guys Fuck.
What a fucking bad jolt too. Like so the reason he's dead again in this is like he took some sort of like special herb or poison or something like that slowed down his metabolic rate, and he didn't think that he was gonna like wake up in a fucking coffin. And like that, like Silvestri sells so well, like when that moment when he realizes, earth, rocks, a flower, I'm buried deep. And his eyes are so wide, and he just like starts freaking out. Ah! I'm not sure it makes sense for him to dig out of a coffin that way.
Well, yeah, it does. He's the Wolverine, man.
I guess if Spider-Man could do it, he could do it.
I mean, yeah, if Uma Thurman can do it, the Wolverine can do it.
Oh, fuck. There we go.
I said it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he comes out. Imagine you were this fucking Japanese woman. Oh, good God.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
That's a fucking the worst case scenario.
Yeah. Her reaction's very subdued. Please don't. She just basically
like she's passing out. My eyes would be fucking rolling back in my head if I saw that.
I think there's also like is she blind? I forget. I don't think so. It's kind of the dead man. He rises. I don't know. There's something like it's a woman who's used to who is used to manipulating men who can do that.
And maybe used to seeing horrors.
Yeah.
She's like, this shit. I've seen this shit last week.
Yeah. Please don't. Where's your boss? Where's Daikumo?
I like the fucking use of the wolf eating the lions too, with the fucking the red lightning, the thunderbolt.
Yeah. And he runs away from Wolverine. That's
Oh yeah, another nice touch. The dog, even though the dog's jacked up on death drugs, it's like, nah, man, I'm not messing with the Wolverine.
I just killed 2 lions with my own jaws. But I'm not going to mess with that motherfucker.
Yeah, he looks him in the eyes, and it's just no good. It's a no-go. He's out of there.
I like that Wolverine falls into the, like, concentrated liquid thunderbolt. He just falls into, like, a vat of crack, and he's like, not a problem for me.
I like how the dude, like, basically, like, fucking, like, turned to sludge from being in the vat with him.
Yeah.
Like he just like he melted with the RoboCop guy, and the Wolverine just comes out of there like all fucking nude and frothing. Like, ugh.
I could chug-a-lug this stuff all day and it won't change a thing. I'm already as strong and mean as I can get.
Yeah, I like how Buddy decides, it's time for me to go toe-to-toe with this guy.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Like, at what point would you not be like, it's time for me to try to get the fuck out of Dodge here?
Yeah. Well, essentially, he took a suicide. Like, he took the Thunderbolt, so he like took the suicide drug, and like the guy thinks he's invulnerable. There's also like weird prophecy shit.
And he gets he basically gets like, I can't really tell what happens to him. It looks like Wolverine just slashes his fucking legs apart and just leaves him laying in the pool of Thunderbolt
super
cracks.
drugs. Yeah.
So that his legs can soak up the drugs while he flounders around. Get back here, fulfill the prophecy. It's a fucking nightmare.
I think so. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. That's his. This is a. Oh shit, man! They got away. They got through the comics code through this in a very kind of clever way. Because like usually when Wolverine slashes through people, there's no blood. But because they're in a pool of red stuff, you kind of like that fucking glob of what is clearly blood is, you could say, well, that's just him splashing up some of the junk, even the way it's drawn.
There's a lot of blood, actually.
Yeah?
Well, for Marvel comic, even on the bar.
Shit.
Oh,
man, I'm looking at it right now. Actually, you know what? I think
that's animal. I think you could probably... It's probably very similar to the old archaic like movie rating system where like if I'm showing grotesque violence on aliens or animals, I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
Under certain rating guidelines, but if it's human blood, it's different. It's disallowed, or it's only allowed in a certain way.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but there might be. I just like, yeah, actually, this is pretty blood soaked. I take back what I said, like going through this. I think what's made me this is much more bloody than the Punisher comics I'm reading. This is like even though like shit's really violent over there, I would say this is more violent than any Punisher comic that is happening at any given time right now. Yeah, like bodies are all torn up and they're like stabbed through and blood's gushing underneath them.
Yeah, it's gruesome violence.
Yeah,
and it's a lot of like slashing and massacring and frothing rage. Like he kills everybody with his fucking bare hands and his claws.
Yeah. And just walks. I like how like fucking he's so mean, but he's so like short. Like it's the short, terrifying Wolverine. If you stop to look at him, like this is he's very bestial. Especially like later on, in these like last 3 issues or whatever. Like he's this has much more in common with Conan, which Larry Hama, you edited the Conan books for a good long time, knows Conan very well. This is right in that wheelhouse.
Yeah, so this was a 3-part arc, right? It was a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If you want to fucking get weird.
Yeah, definitely. And then speaking, if you and it's weird to think that the next issue 34, the Hunter in Darkness, is also weird, but like a different sort of weird and a different sort of ultra violent. Kind of scales it back a little bit, but a little more Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, this is like a perfect one shot. This is a true one shot. This is like and I love me a self-contained story. A weird thing. I guess it's not a weird thing, but it's a weird thing to see done well at any time.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to do. It's hard to pull it. But honestly, this is one of my favorite Wolverine stories. This is a really great post Weapon X, but prior to all the bullshit, and which Larry Hama is going to contribute to excessively. But just before the Wolverine's origin story craze took off, went nuts. And it operates, I think, in that really nice space where no questions are answered. No questions are answered, but you're left with a really strong sense of a blank being filled in.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to Wolverine's origin story. I don't care for it. I think now that I'm older, and I also don't think it's necessary. I don't know. I don't like Weapon X. I don't like Weapon X, and I won't even consider Kubert's version to be fucking worth talking about.
What that
fucking the story of James, the dumb plantation
I've never read that. Read that. Yeah.
Get out of my fucking face.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think thanks. I own it too. And I've never been so disappointed.
We should probably give that a review at some point. We should probably talk about that.
I want to talk about it so that we can discuss who to tell to fuck off. But
yeah. Yeah, it was ill considered. Like I could tell just by looking at the project. I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, they're like Weapon X at least was like I mean, at least you were going for something that like that was so fucking ham-brained. But at least you were explaining to me how an animalistic mutant got synthetic adamantium attached to his bones. You gave me what I needed. Okay.
Yeah, and those comics are fucking those are Barry Windsor Smith. They're so weird. They're so interesting to look at. Like that. Like
the images are burned in my head. They're good.
Yeah. And I think that's really what drove it. Like if that story had sucked, no one would ever have wanted to go back there. I like if it was drawn by Frank Springer or something like that, I think it would have fucking flopped. But it's like that desire to go back to that kind of intensity seems to have driven things. But this is post that, but obviously not. We haven't gone full into it. So Wolverine's out in the mountains. I guess he's in Calgary.
Alberta.
Alberta. Yeah, sorry. Thank you. And and he's like nude. It opens up. He's essentially like nude in some like mountain falls.
Yeah, he's nude. He's like salmon hunting in, what do they say, Buffalo Woods State Park in northern Alberta, and he's salmon hunting with his fucking claws, nude up in the woods, and just fucking feasting on raw salmons.
Yeah, didn't even scale it.
Like an old, he's like an old dog or an old bear. Just
Yeah, it's like you might want to cut that thing open a little bit. That's not going to be a tasty first bite. It shows a really like I guess I know what they're going for. Like they're showing he's embracing the animal bit right now, but like
achieved. Yep.
Yeah. And the RCMP is very cool with all this. Like he is nude in the snow. And they're like showing him a wanted poster for someone else. Like, what is this? For old fucking, what was this, Athabasca Ike? Like, this is the stupidest shit.
You there, what's your business here? I like the OG RCMP guy. He just puts the fucking 12 gauge to your dome. He doesn't give a fuck. Zero fucks given. That's what it's like up in Canada, boys.
Not the first naked man I've seen eating a salmon.
Yeah, if you want a fucking 12 gauge pump action put to your fucking skull, you come to Canada. That's the treatment you get.
Honestly, that's probably not wrong. That's
well,
that sounds like the RCMP to me.
Yeah, I mean, jeez. I was gonna say if you're out there in the fucking park looking like this fucking grizzly bear motherfucker eating a salmon on a fucking log, I hope someone puts a gun to your head.
I might have taken a picture and like this guy could have made a killing on the Bigfoot market. This is like an encounter with Bigfoot, and this whole story is kind of like an encounter with what are they fucking Fortiana? Like it's like basically they encounter a Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Wolverine's kind of one of them, and this guy's very cool with that. I'd have not been so like I just would have kept my distance, I guess is what I'm saying, and reported it to my colleagues. I saw a naked man eating a fish. Looked like a burly animal.
You want my help tracking this Athabasca Ike? We'd best get moving. The dark comes mighty fast up here this time of year. Absolutely fucking legendary. And then he gets in the back of the truck. Obviously, he's kind of a piece of shit. He's like a shitty uncle that you just discovered out in the fucking woods. So he's sleeping in the back of the fucking truck. He's not doing anything, just enjoying the heat as Athabasca Ike takes a fucking pot shot at little Billy. Meanwhile, also, Athabasca Ike is on a fucking... He's taking this little ginger fucking 16-year-old girl out for an old-fashioned fucking... cabin raping, by the way.
Yeah,
that's fucking,
gonna keep me warm.
That's rough, man. That is I mean, like, I know they're using undertones, but Jesus, that's some fucking some ugly possibilities that you can process when you're going through this story. I like how he shoves her fucking head down into the fucking snow and uses her to prop up his fucking sniper rifle while he butchers like a young man.
Yeah. The thing that kind of makes it, I'm not going to say it makes it worse because this is awesome, but the girl, it looks like Bilo Minera drew her. Like she's so, like she has open lips and she always looks like she's like a blow up doll ready to suck your cock. And Marc Silvestri spends a lot of time drawing her ass, like just.
Oh yeah. He doesn't pull any punches. Like this does not look like a 16-year-old girl. They really overly sexualized the whole thing just to make you double uncomfortable. And also Silvestri really took his time drawing Athabasca Ike's face so that I fucking got quadruple uncomfortable. His little
He's
fucking his grins and his cigarette. Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Like, yeah, he aims his gun over top of her. I guess that's one way to keep her in line, right? Like, I've never had to abduct a 16-year-old girl and fight off the RCMP at the same time. But like, this looks like a pretty good strategy. It seemed to have worked for him for a little bit. If there wasn't like a Sasquatch around, he might have gotten away with it.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I mean, like, he's got like a bunch of problems. First of all, he's got the fucking the OG governor of RCMP officers hunting him down. Plus, he's got the Wolverine out there and a goddamn fucking like a Wendigo.
Yeah, Wendigo. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
So like, he's got a lot of problems, you know, in considering he thought he was just going out to the old raping shed.
Yes. I just killed a family and took their daughter, and she's handling it pretty well.
She's an absolute trooper. Yeah, she fucking gets away and everything.
Yeah, and like, she suddenly, like, I don't know, I guess maybe people in the neighborhood know about the Hunter in Darkness. Like, they're just used to the Wendigo fucking. That's another thing about Canada.
They're just like, we don't go.
Realize.
Yeah, people don't know this, but like, after 6 o'clock, like, unless you want to run into a Wendigo, you just forget about it. You know. Turn down the lights and stay inside.
So she's I'm telling you, that's the Hunter, and that's the sound of it killing. Like, I love that line though. Like, that's so melodramatic. But like, it's sold so well by Silvestri. Like, when they shine the light on the thing, like biting Wolverine's arm, like they don't. It's often in shadow, and or like, it's shown like full bodied, but it's still not. And so you see a lot of it, but at the same time, like, you don't see enough of it for it to stop being kind of eerie. It's very, very well done.
I like that the Wolverine. I like that the old war story comes back too.
Yeah,
the old guy. That's such a cool moment where he starts remembering his battalion, and I knew exactly what they were getting at. It's a bit of a like. I shouldn't say it's a shallow add-on, but like, they didn't get too in depth. I just thought it was neat. I knew where it was headed, you know. Yeah,
but it makes sense. Like, this is okay. So we're playing around with the idea of Wolverine as someone who's been around for a long time. Like, Claremont has already established that Wolverine was around, fucking around with Captain America and stuff like that. And so like this, but it's not sold in a superhero fashion. Like, this we see Larry Hama again, like the guy who military historian, military enthusiast and stuff like that. Like all that language comes out. Like sort of the Garth Ennis bit. And kill that light.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And then I like when he pulls his costume too, and he's like, "Oh, you're one of those superheroes."
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But the old guy just has the memories of him fucking whatever, calling the shots. I like that the old guy dies too. The nicest touch is the end of the story. Mm-hmm. When he has the war flashbacks and he finally remembers the corporal's name, Logan, and I like the very last panel is just clutch. I wonder how he knew my name. How did he know my name? He's dead by then, but yeah, it's just such a cool background. It's just a nod or you know, but I mean, and that's I don't know, that's kind of the nicest way, like, to tell like Wolverine origin is to not have it. I think that's why these are so cool, is to not have it out in the open. I never needed it out in the open.
Yeah. This is the closest I would ever want to get.
Yeah, I like his age. I like that it's toyed with. I like that I could go back to World War II, and then you could fantasize, well, what happened fucking before that? How old is he? Is he hundreds of years old? You know?
Yeah.
And then to make him like a little fucking goofy kid with fucking bone claws and make the whole thing a total shit show.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'd like to think that story was disregarded, though.
I know he's James Hewlett. I think it's like disregarded in spirit, but not in letter. I think like it's canon. It's considered canon, which is a shame. Like that's the problem with nerds, and with serialized fiction. You like if you gave someone a novel and you said, I'm like, here's the Wolverine story, and you can't do anything with it ever again, the end. Then that would be, I don't know, there would be a purity to that. But because and I don't want to make this about capitalism, I'll just make it about serialized fiction, and I'll make it about fan culture. People can't fucking leave something, like a good story leaves you wanting more, but fan culture can never get enough. And they'll always fill in the blanks, as like there's this never-ending cycle. And Wolverine got sucked into it in an unfortunate fashion, and kind of got spit out the other end in a way that he's less interesting now. But these early stories, this is super interesting.
Yeah, Marvel Comics in 2001, written by, and if this wasn't a
Paul
red
Jenkins,
flag,
right?
If this wasn't a red flag, Bill Jemas, Joe Quesada, and Paul Jenkins. Who would ever let those three fucking donkeys helm anything of value? Like, ugh.
Whoa. Okay, well, easy there, fella. Like those are the guys who revived Marvel. Like Joe Quesada is editor in chief.
I'm not saying
I'm
not saying they're not good editors or good businessmen. I'm just saying, what's the last fucking ball-breakingly awesome Joe Quesada story you read?
Okay, fair. Like if they're actually writing
you're
it,
dead in the water. You're dead in the
water. You're right.
You're right. Why would anyone want to
he's not a writer.
Wolverine origin deep into the character?
Okay, so wait, so you're telling me like they all wrote it? Because that's not my understanding. My understanding is
that's what's written right on the book.
Yeah. Fucking crazy. Okay, all right.
That's obviously that's another red flag.
Yeah.
What good story has ever been written by three men together?
Oh, and that's it. Like, honestly, that's what. Yeah, anytime like a movie's really shitty, I'm just like, I really think about like screenwriters of like if it goes through more than one screenwriter, I'm like,
and you can have those things. Those are like basically like those are usually like Hollywood like what's the fucking word, like warning stories, like Alien 3. Where you have your what was his name, Gibson. You have your Gibson script, and it gets taken from him like 75 times and rewritten by a bunch of fucking moron editors, and then it gets a retake, and then it gets a new director, and then you get what you get.
Yeah.
Poor fucking Fincher desperately trying to claw something out of it.
Yeah. So generally speaking, it's a bad sign. It's a bad sign, and that's why I never read it, man. But that's so sad.
It is sad because it has all the markings of a mistake.
Yeah. Well, it was just a clear, like even if they put if they put Neil Gaiman on that fucking book, that's a mistake. Like you just don't understand the property that you have, because it's like, what did they think that they were going to produce a Watchmen? Like, no, I think that's what they thought they were going to have.
I think so too, and like the really sad part too is like Andy and Adam Kubert are absolute gems, and I love their work, and man, he came to play in that book. It's super well illustrated. I mean,
okay.
In his own style.
Yeah.
If you care for his art, and it's just wasted.
Yeah, and it would have to be, and it's a shame. So I think that's still true, and but
hey,
yeah, what are you gonna
can't
fucking
be too
do?
sad of it.
Yeah,
I'm not calling him. I ain't calling him James.
I always liked, you must as well though, like the fact that Wolverine's name is actually James.
I did like that. Yeah. Obviously,
yeah.
That's a James thing.
Can't get around that. We got the two coolest characters in fucking fictional universes, man. James Bond and Wolverine. So that's not bad. Thank you very much, Bill Jemas. I think that's why I was so quick to defend him.
Yeah, you defended
Quesada.
Paul Jenkins.
Well, no. No. I don't know. Paul Jenkins was right. He wrote some good Spider-Man comics. I don't know. He's fine. Like he's harmless. I guess that's how I feel about him. And he's like, that makes him the worst person to write a Wolverine story, because he just strikes me as so like fucking meat and potatoes.
Oh man, anyway, 15,000 4 out of 5-star reviews. Fuck right off.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Those are confused people, and that's a lot of people who just. Yeah, we're gonna talk to those people.
I don't appreciate that.
Okay, well let's put that aside for the time being. We'll enter into those waters in the future. So Larry Hama Wolverine. A lot of fun. Yeah,
Larry Hama. If you treat yourself to some Larry Hama in any forums, I just got the newest issue of Patch.
Oh shit! How did you get to read that?
No, I haven't read it yet. I've got it right on my nightstand right now. I'm looking forward to it. I want to get some more Larry Hama in the bank right now.
Yeah.
He's a gem.
He's a gem. Put your gems in the bank. Go to your bank. Get the Larry Hama bank.
That's right. I can get myself fucking Patch number 1 through 6 right now.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Well, night everyone.
Now, all we need is a little energon and a lot of luck.